What up, though? Welcome back to the Avarice Podcast, another movie companion. I'm going to put on my boots, tie them tight, pack a lunch, and trudge into the marsh after The Curse of Chucky from, I believe, 2013. I just had it up on the TV. I can double check. I'm on the Seed of Chucky commentary. I was a little harsh. I didn't really give it a fair shake. I just wasn't enjoying myself while I was watching it. And it kind of jaded me, made me not really want to even finish the franchise. But I've made that commitment to myself, and I've put it out on previous episodes. Even if nobody heard it, that doesn't change the fact that I committed to it. So I need to suck it up, quit being a bitch, and just do it. And I need to approach it a little more open-minded and stop acting like a goddamn movie critic and thinking that everything sucks. Just have a little fun once in a while, you know? Just take a ride. Just come on and take a free ride. You know what I mean? So, if you're new to the show, generally what I've been doing almost exclusively are movie commentaries. It's just a good way for me to get my footing. It gives me something to talk about. I don't feel weird because I'm in a room alone talking by myself, to myself, and without somebody else to talk to, it's hard to have a constant cycle of ideas without some kind of external stimulation. You know, like a flashlight or a mouth. So that's why I mainly do movie commentaries. I start off every podcast by making myself a cup of coffee, which you can probably hear. Keurig, shout out to everybody. That was my Keurig, ladies and gentlemen. After that cup of coffee is done, I'll have a seat on the couch. I will smoke a bit of a bowl. And then I will cue you guys that I'm starting the movie in case you're going to watch along. And we'll start the show. You'll be able to slightly hear it playing in the background. It's definitely not a substitute for watching the film if you've never seen it before. Oddly enough, I've never seen it before. This is going to be my first time watching it. So there's not going to be any spoilers because I don't know what the fuck happens. So you have that plan working to your advantage, or maybe your disadvantage. We'll see how it plays out. Having never seen it before, I don't know what to expect. I'm trying to keep an open mind and not expect horror and pain. Well, I expect the movie to contain some horror and pain, but I just don't expect to feel it. I don't want to feel the horror and pain, like the regret, that deep sinking regret, the post-nut syndrome. I don't want to feel that when I'm done watching this movie. Like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Alright. As I feel is proper to do, I'm gonna top off the old Keurig here so that it's full of water for the morning. Alrighty then. You fucking ant. Click the like button if you have ants on your countertop. Go ahead and click the like button though. I won't argue if you want to do that. I'd prefer it if you subscribed. I'm more concerned about subscribers than I am about likes. Okay. My plan is to immediately after this commentary is done, record another one on American Pie. I chose to do Curse of Chucky first, in case it's horrible, and when I'm a little bit fresher, so that I can finish with something that's funny and more light, and probably is a little bit easier to talk about. I'm just doing myself a solid. We'll see how that plays out. I'm gonna have to hit the dispensary up tomorrow. If you're curious, I live in Oregon. Weed's legal here. I'm of age. Everybody in my house is asleep, so I'm not breaking any of your stupid rules, bruh. Come to yeha. That was a good one. My hope is that at some point down the road, if this becomes popular enough, it kind of becomes like your routine too. So you know you're going to listen to the podcast. You know I'm going to make coffee and smoke weed. So you could just go ahead and do it along with me. And then we sit down and watch this movie together. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Don't catch me outside. This is a strictly internet-based relationship. You approach me on the street and sidekick you in the stomach. I'll thank you for your support, but I also will probably sidekick you in the stomach. Don't stand about 30 feet away and let me know of your intentions, and I'll inform you if it's okay to approach. How about that? Excuse me. All right, so get your shit ready if you're going to watch it along too. I'll give you 15 seconds. Okay, I am pressing play in 3, 2, 1, play. Rated R, bloody horror violence and for language. Bloody horror violence is one term.
Who's it from? It doesn't say.
Oh, this is... Time out, time out. This stupid fucking thing. I'm streaming it from a media server on my computer, and there's a trailer attached to it, and it just started playing the trailer instead of the full movie. So I gotta figure this out. I apologize. So I'm gonna have to sort through some shit, and I'll re-queue you up when I'm prepared to play it. Just smoke it, yo. Okay, now I am pressing play in 3, 2, 1, play. Sorry about that. Here we go. This looks more like the beginning of a film that I'm used to. More of a traditionalist. I like my movies to start in a certain way. You know, I'm just kind of a traditional girl. Not into all that. Yeah. How about them Blazers, huh? Ooh-wee. Yeah. Get you some. Have a nice summer, Russell. Okay, so I have no idea where they're going to pick this story up at. This is like 9 years after Seed of Chucky was made. Got some substantial gaps in the franchise between movies. Maybe they're trying to help keep it fresh. Maybe they couldn't get anybody to help give them the money to make it. I don't know why it takes so long between each movie. I'm pretty sure this was straight to DVD also. So, got a gal named Sarah who is in a wheelchair. She's in a dilapidated house. Almost looks like the house from Jumanji or maybe Mouse Hunt. Her mom looks like a bitch. I'm guessing she's an alcoholic. She's also an artist.
I know you.
You do?
Yeah, it was City College. The psych department, right?
That was me.
Is she supposed to be Glenda?
I never.
Or does this have anything to do with the kids at all? Did they abandon that stupid idea? Because that would be good.
Oh, my guys got that. So is your mom home now, or what?
Why, are you trying to fuck in my wheelchair?
Yeah.
Too bad.
You trying to have some Freddy Got Fingered scene where you beat my legs with a cane? Can you feel it now? You feel the tingle? Smacks her in the fucking face. Oh. Freddy Got Fingered is a very underrated and misunderstood movie, in my opinion.
Maybe I should go ask him out. Mika. He was just being nice.
Her mom seems resentful of the attention that she's receiving.
I just don't ever want to see you get hurt.
Mom, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Why don't you get dressed?
I thought you swore off the home shopping network. I haven't bought anything.
Oh, she's a home shopper, too. Ugh.
You have a secret admirer.
You sound threatened.
What's going on with this house? It looks like you're moving out.
I just wouldn't want to see you get hurt.
It's just like furniture and no decorations or anything on any tables and then some junk. It really looks like they're either just moving in or just moving out.
It doesn't say.
Better open it. It says it's from no one. I doubt it's anthrax. Oh, it's a bomb. See? Wasn't anthrax. I was right. Okay, we've got to return to the old Chucky. His hair's too long, but that's okay.
I don't get it.
This is Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 style Chucky.
Cute. If you say so.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
And it looks like they might have gone with the
Ask for mom.
one doll when he's not Charles Lee Ray and another doll when he is, you know, like a robotic doll and a standstill doll. They did that in the first one. There was 2 distinct looking dolls. They looked very different when he was in motion and not in motion. Is this movie in 3D? I guess it's just a good shot. I watched Friday the 13th 3D the other day, and they have so many dumb camera angles and shots because you can tell it was just meant to be, oh my god, like something coming at you in 3D. But you're watching it in 2D, you go, why did they shoot that way? And you go, oh, it's because it was supposed to fly out at me with my stupid blue and red paper glasses on. Why don't you just give me a paper dunce cap while you're at it and steal all my money? I fucking hate 3D movies. Give me a headache. So she threw, I guess it was Chucky in the garbage can?
Mom?
And then she's screaming in horror in the middle of the night in terror.
Mom?
Off the bat, I'm noticing that the protagonist is, oh, she's on pills. Might be an alcoholic too, but it's basically the same thing if she's not. Wait, is she walking? I thought she was in a wheelchair. The way she turned away from that door, I don't think you can do that from a wheelchair. I think she would have to be standing. It was too swift. A chair doesn't move in circular directions. It has to go back to the... Now she's in a... Okay, so she is in a wheelchair. This is interesting because this makes Chucky a lot more terrifying to her personally. Because she's going to have a lot more difficulty wrangling with him and getting away from him. She's down at his level. Her legs are useless. She's restricted on where she can go because of this chair. I kind of like this decision so far. What is going on? Oh, that was her own reflection. I was like, that's not what her mom looks like. I was confused for a minute. I'm assuming her mom's blood? What happened? So her mom... I think she is under the impression her mom killed herself. They didn't show us the wound, so we don't know how this happened. And Chucky's back in the house, sitting in the rocking chair. So he climbed out of the garbage can and killed her. Fiona Dorff. Oh, is that Brad Dourif's daughter? I find it very odd that she just so happens to have reddish hair and look like a grown-up version of Glenda from the last movie. Maybe they dyed her hair and did it on purpose, but... Excuse me. If that's her natural hair color, that's a hell of a coincidence that she just fits like a glove into the fucking Chucky franchise. Brad Dourif back as the voice of Chucky. I gotta give him his respect for continuing to be the voice of Chucky in every single version. I mean, up until the newest one, where they're cutting... He's sticking with Don Mancini, and the remake and that team is using Mark Hamill. On the trailer, he said one line, the "Good night, Andy," and it sounded pretty good, I gotta say. But so, of all the Chucky movies that have been released up till this point in 2019, have had Brad Dourif as the voice. So he stuck with them through all the shit. He stuck with that character. And I like that, because at least Chucky is always pretty much the same. Voice-wise. His look goes through some renditions, variations, iterations. We're still rolling credits? I guess we just got the title scene a second ago after it showed him in the rocking chair. Is that a Craftsman house? Dig me some Craftsman houses. I like the ones with the wraparound front porch, though, and the pillars in the front. What do you say, Father? Is this where her water broke? Trying to clean up the house from a wheelchair. That'd be a problem.
She was fine. She was taking her meds.
Okay, so she was depressed. She looked depressed to me. I assumed it was an alcoholism thing, but it was just a biochemical thing, I guess. And they all think she committed suicide because she was depressed. Lucky for Chucky that he had such an easy out. Nobody suspects the doll at all.
I just thought it might be a good idea for me to come.
I appreciate it. But you know, my mother and I both...
So this really can't take place in the same storyline as the last one, can it? Because in the last one, in Seed of Chucky, they were making movies about Chucky, with Chucky in them. So he would be famous. People would know what he looks like. And as soon as she got mailed this doll, she would have freaked the fuck out.
No one is judging her. In fact, the church's official response to
Right? Am I reading that wrong? But I think that there is almost no way that she should know, or that she... There's almost no way this could be in the same storyline if you're going to let those two things vibe together. Or take Seed of Chucky completely out. Let's just pop Seed of Chucky out and remove it from the lore and stitch this one in.
She was supposed to be taking care of you.
Because they really can't exist together, can they? Like nowadays, if they made a movie about a killer doll based on a true story, and you knew what that doll looked like, and you got mailed a doll that looked like him, wouldn't you freak out? Is she supposed to not know about the... God damn, you're cute. Are you old? Are you 18?
This is Jill, my new au pair.
I like your hair. Where do you get it done? Do you cut it yourself?
You're you. Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Me too. Did Grandma go to bed?
I hate when people say stuff, say me too. Like when I say I love you, don't say me too. That's because that sounds like you're saying you love yourself too.
And I have a surprise for you.
So the proper response is I love you too. I miss you too. Something like that. Don't say me too.
It's funny.
And don't say ditto, you lazy fuck. That's a cop out. That's a way to say it without saying it. That's like something that Kevin in American Pie would say to Tara Reid. I love you. Ditto.
Mommy needs to talk to you.
I know that it's a thing in Ghost, but fuck Ghost. And their impractical sex scenes. Might have been just one scene, but... Oh, let's rub clay all over each other and fuck. This won't dry out my pussy at all.
Remember, you don't have to lock the door. Somebody might come in.
We won't let anybody in.
But what about you guys?
You're gonna piss your pants if you don't hurry up.
Okay, bye.
Oh, no.
She paid
400.
That's more than I make.
400 a week, huh? I think I might could work that out. What exactly do I get for my 400 a week? Okay, I think we need to double down on the first and maybe cut the latter in half. Okay. And I like to keep my house right around 85 degrees. So, are you cool with that? Oh, you do own a bikini. Okay, that's great. That's great. Do you do any light cooking? No. Okay, well, not wife material. We'll file that in the back drawer. Maybe you could get some classes. You've heard of YouTube? What about like Plated or one of those things that mails you recipes? Are you down to try that? Okay, you're willing to try that. So it's going to cost me more money, but you'll cook. Let's see here. Is Chucky hiding behind the blinds? Chucky bit me. That really hurt, Chucky. It's still hurting. Charlie. Oh, what? That Chucky looks like shit. It looks completely different. This is gonna be the animated Chucky, like I was Yep. What did you do? The doll sheet that they had before looked like the trademark Chucky. See, there it is. That's the trademark Chucky. When she just pulled the curtain and he was standing there, he didn't look like that.
What is this?
You gotta have the continuity of the Chuckies. That's an important thing.
Left the house to both of us.
So,
Even though the first one clearly didn't. I'm not sure if the second one did or not. I know the third one had pulled their shit together,
what are you
and it's been consistent since then.
Mika, this place is fabulous. It's so much closer to us. We get to see you way more often. And with your half of what we get for the house, you'd be set for the rest of your life.
Oh, okay. The preacher is the dad
You know we've been struggling.
or the husband of her sister.
Print media is dead. Ian's working at
Print media is dead.
We're gonna have to send Alice to public.
Oh, this is 6 years ago. I still work in print media.
St. Bridget's.
I don't want to deprive my child.
That's kind of funny because
A live-in nanny. Actually, that's
you don't hear that term thrown around very often anymore. Print media.
Barb. This is my home.
I used to be involved in a business that had print media in the name.
But do you really think you can manage here? All by
Newspapers are dying. I mean,
yourself? Mom would have wanted
I'm
you
not
to-
blind to that.
That's all she ever wanted.
If I'm correct that the the gal in the wheelchair is Brad Dourif's real life daughter. She looks a lot like him. I can see it. If I'm incorrect, I'm gonna look like an ass later.
You know, I think Grandma would have wanted you to take care of him.
Is it just the close-up that makes him look weird?
Someone else.
And Alice?
We haven't seen him do anything yet. I'll be able to tell much easier once he starts running around or trying to stab some people, wrestling with them. Wrestle me, buddy.
It's a doll. What's the worst that can happen, huh?
I like to be hugged.
I like to be fucked.
To hug you too, Jackie.
Whoa, dilating pupils.
What's that, Jackie?
That's an effect I didn't see before.
Oh, Jackie wants to know what's for dinner.
I guess I better get started in the kitchen. Oh, don't be silly. You guys are my guests and you must be exhausted.
I didn't figure out the race. I know that the blonde girl is the babysitter or the au pair,
Let's stay for dinner, won't you?
and the dark-haired gal
Too, Nina, thanks.
You're
and the wheelchair girl are sisters.
6.
7.
Well, I'm only a chef's assistant.
And Chucky can be my assistant.
I don't know who the other dude and the dude is the dad. They're split up, and the pastor is the stepdad. It doesn't really matter, right? We're just watching this to see exactly what Chucky does and how they manage to exercise his abilities.
It's really good.
Just the oregano.
Did you put mashed potatoes and chili? What is that? Is that rice? Cheese? Cheese. Gotcha.
Pay the toll.
On a roll.
Look at that pencil sharpener. Was this a classroom? There's one of those old school crank pencil sharpeners mounted on the wall by the door. When she bent down there to light the candle, I could really see in her eyes. It's just screaming Brad Dourif. Ooh, rat poison in the soup.
Oh, no, honey, don't touch that.
I don't think it's going to dissolve. Is there going to be
The fancy one.
evidence? There's going to be remnants on there. She's going to see the powder on the bowl. It's not going to dissolve that fast. Whatever, it's a good enough idea. And this is an entirely new environment, I believe. None of these characters are familiar except for Chucky. Oh, he managed to get it on the cheese. Who's gonna eat that one? So, in a lot of the other movies, Chucky's goal has been to pursue somebody and kill them and steal their body. He also kills a lot of auxiliary people, and we've never really gotten a motive for that, a reason why he likes to kill people. He just seems to thoroughly enjoy it. He likes to enjoy torturing people, fucking with people, or just any life. He just likes to watch you squirm. In Bride of Chucky, he's drinking the water out of a fishbowl just so that the fish slowly dies with no water, and he's laughing while he does it. In this, we don't really know what the fuck he's trying to accomplish, but he's killing people. He's just killing people. He just likes it.
Bless us, O Lord, with these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty. Through Jesus Christ, our Lord, we pray.
Oh, saying grace before I eat, my favorite thing.
Jill,
Every day before I eat,
ready for it?
I say a little prayer for you.
I am starving.
Who does the kid have the poison?
Daddy likes meat toast. To the chef.
I know they tried to show it when they were putting the dishes down, but I couldn't tell. The dad is hitting on
No, not at all.
the au pair hardcore. They're lying their ass off. It's not vegetarian at all. My dad makes some solid chili, except for it's so fucking spicy I can't eat it. It's like, it's one of those, like, your mouth is so on fire that you can't even tell what the flavor is. It's just fire.
This is just the one my mama used to make.
Doubtful, but thank you for the compliment. Sibling rivalry. You get that from mom.
You know, that doll, it looks really familiar somehow.
Oh, come on. Good guy dolls are all their age back in the days. My brother even had one.
So did mine.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
She's got that mad jealous look on her eyes. She looks like she's about to turn into Real Housewives. Okay, so the pastor, father, whatever, he is recognizing the good guy doll. Don't show me up close to their mouths. Ugh, come on. I don't want to watch somebody eat, especially from a close-up of their mouth. I'm gonna block the TV screen with the mic until this is over. It's like Russian roulette. Who has it? The little girl has it? They're gonna kill the little girl?
Tastes fun.
It's cold-blooded.
Maybe we put too much oregano in.
Alice, sweetheart, it's not that bad. Eat it.
Man, she wants to be a bitch to everybody, even when they're agreeing with her. She might be forcing her daughter to kill herself right now by making her eat that if it's got poison in it. So if Chucky puts the poison there, but you make her eat it, whose fault is it? And where's the rest of the food? This little ass bowl of chili isn't going to be dinner for me. You didn't make any cornbread? This was just the appetizer, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of intermittent fasting, but I do that, and I generally don't eat all day, so my dinner needs to be particularly satisfying, and this isn't doing the trick. Oh, they played us. They wanted us to think that the little girl got it, but that would be just too cold. The father got it. Pastor. I don't know what to call him. The Reverend, the dude with the thing on his collar.
Are you ill?
Oh no, I'm fine.
Priest. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Thank you so much. The chili was delicious.
Father,
No, please forgive me. I don't mean to be rude. I'll see you all in the morning at the cemetery.
Yes, you will. He said he's going to see him at the cemetery. That's probably more prophetic than he thinks. It probably won't be tomorrow. They're going to have to take you to the morgue, autopsy, you know, get you all prepped and embalmed, whatever the fuck they do. Soak you in formaldehyde. Formaldehyde? Formaldehyde. Then we'll have the funeral a couple days later. Does rat poison act that fast? I thought it would take a bit to kill you, not just like crash your car while driving home 40 minutes after ingestion.
What happened?
Where is he? Where the fuck do you think?
Probably drunk.
No, this isn't right. I know him. I'm his parent. She doesn't drink anymore.
You sure about that?
He's my sponsor.
Stanton, you're gonna need a drink after this.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Steele's got it. Anthony's lost a shitload of blood, but we just can't tell from where.
Father, can you hear me? Father.
damn.
We're gonna get you out.
So he
What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit off him. I can't make that call.
he passed out or something, and he wrecked into a bunch of people, and the roof of the car is pinned under his neck now. Oh, and they pulled it back, and his head severed. Fuck. I don't need the extra squirting blood out of the neck, but this is a good fucking kill. And he's holding his rosary. He didn't know what was happening to him. Why not just pull the car over and take a nap, bro? Home movies. What a joy.
Oh my God, is that you? You're so cute. It's called baby fat.
Oh, wait. Was the priest actually their dad?
Look at her. She's so happy.
Priest might have been her dad. Is that supposed to be him when he's younger?
What happened to your dad? He drowned that year,
Oh, never mind.
a couple weeks before Nika was born. Mom was make the same after that.
Who is that? Is that Charles Lee Ray in person?
Who's that? Some neighbor back in Chicago, I guess.
Oh.
Hey there, Missy. What you up to?
Interesting. They're working real life Charles Lee Ray into the story via a home movie from back when they were. One of them was a little kid and the other one was inside her mom's belly.
And don't forget to brush your teeth and your hair.
I like that.
Jill will go look for Chucky.
Doesn't really give an explanation for why he's coming after them, but he was there at the birthday party or the picnic staring at him. Oh, blonde girl doesn't have a booty. What a crime. Man, that's a major issue.
I'll be right back.
This is the first time you've seen Brad Dourif in the flesh since the very beginning of the original Child's Play. I like that they mixed that in. So far, this isn't a bad movie. We're so far removed, they're just kind of coming up with a fresh story and working in a little bit of history. They don't have to try to stitch so much shit together. They're basically kind of ignoring most of the previous movies except for the foundation laid, which is that Charles Lee Ray's in this doll. That doll looks like it's getting ready to suck the tiniest dick in the world. It's a weird expression for a baby's doll to have. Was that supposed to be a jump scare?
Are you sure you didn't leave them downstairs?
Positive. Her ass looked okay, but from when that side profile, when she was walking out of the room, it didn't look like it had a lot of depth to it. Just needs to do a few squats. Or there you go. Just go up and down the stairs. Just keep going up and down those stairs. That'll do it. Please. The old push button light switches. Fuck that noise. You're not gonna kill her already, are you, Chucky? Come on, bro. That fucking wheelchair. It has too much of a surgical, clinical look to it. I can't handle it. It looks like a torture device. I mean, I can handle it. Oh, man. I sound like the guy in Armageddon. You think I can't handle it? I can handle it. You can't handle the truth. That would have scared the shit out of my wife. It almost got me. Like, I could see how I just wasn't quite there. It was too soon after the other one that I was expecting. I almost said I want one of those. That's too dangerous of a... It needs to be higher up on the wall, at least.
I have looked over every inch of this house and I can't find him anywhere.
Oh, see, that's why it's worth the $400 a week. I fucking knew it. Ooh. Damn. Come on now. Make me kind of happy in pants. Nice reel-to-reel home movie. This whole movie would have been from, what, the early 90s or the late 80s? It wouldn't have been reel-to-reel. Who the fuck wrote that in? Like, how old is she supposed to be at the most? 25? So, let's see, that's like 87? That's how old I would have been back then. This home movies weren't on reel-to-reel when I was a fucking kid.
Found him.
You, none of these people have any idea who he is, so this would be very creepy to them because he just appears in random places. Nobody knows how he got there, and you're positive he wasn't there before. But, like, I had one of those moments yesterday. Oh my god. I stopped at Plaid Pantry to get a soda and some cigarettes on my way into work. And I had a lit cigarette when I pulled up. So I parked my car, got out, locked it, and I swear that I took the cigarette and I dropped it on the curb or the sidewalk right by my car before I walked into the store. So I go in, get my soda, buy my cigs. I come back out, and I cannot find this cigarette anywhere. Anywhere. I walked the entire length of the storefront. It's even got a restaurant next to it. I'm looking in the parking lot. I looked under my car. Nobody else was there. Nobody came in. Nobody left while I was there. I have no fucking clue where this cigarette went, but I'm positive I left it there. I'm positive. Because if I have the better portion of a cigarette, you know, like half left when I'm about to run in there, I don't put the shit out because that's a waste to me. I just put it on the ground and come back out and smoke it when I'm done. So I'm positive that I wouldn't have dropped it in their little ashtray thing there, their butt deposit, because I'd never do that. It's not my habit. And since I don't specifically remember what I did, my guess is that I went with my norm, which would be to drop it on the sidewalk. Anyway, that was one of the weird... I finally was just like, fuck it, it's half a cigarette. I need to go. I have no idea what happened still. Somebody snuck out of the woodwork and stole my fucking cigarette. I'm glad that I don't live near an aggressive homeless population anymore. I used to live in an... Well, it wasn't aggressive, I should say. Not as bad as it can get. But I lived near a rehab center, and there was like a few homeless people in the area. And every time I went to 7-Eleven to buy something, I would get hit up for change, cigarettes, you name it. One time a dude in a wheelchair wheeled up to my car while I was sitting inside and smacked his hand on my hood and asked me if he could have a cigarette. I couldn't fucking believe it. The audacity to smack my hood. Actually, no, to boot, this was another case of a missing cigarette, but I knew what happened. I came in, I went into the store, and I put my cigarette out in the ashtray that was on top of the garbage can. Right? And then I just left it leaning against the side with the butt sticking out so that it wouldn't touch anything. I go in to get my stuff, and when I come out, it's gone, and I see this guy with it. He's got it in between his fingers. Now, I'm not that much of an asshole that I'm going to go over there and steal a half a cigarette from a guy in a wheelchair. So I just, whatever. But then when I go to get in my car and that same guy who just stole my cigarette comes over and pounds on my hood and asks me for a light, that's what he asked me. I didn't get to that part before. I rolled my window down and I said, "Do you honestly think I'm going to light the cigarette you just stole from me?" And he was stuck. He didn't know what to say, and I drove off. But I could not believe it. Like, he had to be scoping out that ashtray because I was in the store for three minutes at the most. The odds that he just so happened to come up and check that ashtray while I was in there are pretty slim. So, dude, you watched me put that out in the ashtray. I went in and got a soda and cigarettes. I come out. You have my cigarette, and you're asking me to light it for you so you can smoke it. You can suck my dick. You're already at the right height.
Auntie is tired, sweetie. We'll let her rest now. I'm fine. It's important that you don't overextend yourself.
So the mom and the au pair were making out. The super sexy, expensive au pair makes all the sense in the world now. I don't know exactly what everybody was just freaking out about because I was on a rant.
There's no shame in admitting that you need help. You need assistance.
We're getting a little too slow right now.
I am worried about your heart, okay? Dr. Mazur said I was fine, Barb. You are at significant risk of it happening again. You know that. 13% of all T5 paraplegics. I know the statistics.
They're trying to explain too much of the story via dialogue right now. And it sounds like a conversation that isn't very natural. It sounds like she's forcing facts in, like, 13% of people who have a T5, like, she's, you know what I mean? It's, they're trying to expose it via the dialogue, and I think they're doing it they're working too hard at it. We don't need that, right? Nobody's gonna try to make total sense of this movie. Nobody cares that much. You just kind of just let it play out. We'll gather what we gather, we'll think what we think, we'll ponder what we ponder, and we'll speculate what we speculate. But when you have to come out and say, "I am doing this because of this, and remember that, and you don't want that to happen again," So far, I can't believe that this was a straight to DVD. I guess that's because of the fuck up of Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky was really bad. Like, and if not for Seed of Chucky, this one could totally fit into the franchise pretty easily. You just come up with an excuse for how after Bride of Chucky, he got his soul into a new doll, and boom, you're off to the races. But when you do the one where they're making movies about him, he should be famous. It should be public knowledge what the Chucky doll is. So he shouldn't be able to ingratiate himself into a family this easily. And then they're choosing to ignore totally the fact that, like, Jennifer Tilly had transferred herself into a human body again, or Tiffany had transferred herself into Jennifer Tilly's body, and then apparently Glenn was in both of the human kids. I don't fucking know. See, it just got so convoluted and dumb. This is pretty good. This is much more along. This is like a better version of the original.
Was it your daddy?
No, it was Chucky.
I'm not scared. It's not particularly scary. You still have the issue that, like, you know, he's a fucking doll. You could kick him, but he hasn't gotten into any of those situations yet. He's being very discreet. So far, whenever a person's around, he's a doll. Except for the kid. He's whispering in her ear and shit, and he killed the old lady or the mom. The grandma.
Don't forget Chucky.
This is the style of horror movie I prefer too, where it's more camera tricks or inference, so to speak, theater of the mind. They really corrected course here. This is, barring something catastrophic, this is going to end up being a much better movie than most of the other ones. Like, I take 3 out of there too. If you just go Chucky or Child's Play 1, 2, Bride of Chucky, well, 3 is where he gets all fucked up though, and that's where Bride of Chucky comes in. You can take Bride of Chucky out too, but Bride of Chucky, up until this point, is my favorite one in the franchise. So I don't really want to take that one out. I remember being scared of lightning and thunder. Thunder in the thunder. Lightning in the thunder. Thunder, thunder in the thunder. Lightning in the thunder. Thunder. Just a young kid. Anyway, being afraid of the dark, lightning, thunder, all that shit. I didn't hang out. I didn't have like a doll I like to hang out. Okay, this is going to be a live Chucky. His eyes are more sunken in, and his nose doesn't have the right bridge to it. That's creepy.
Chucky, I'm scared.
Oh, man. Puppet Chucky does not look as good as regular Chucky, and it's bumming me out. It's effective enough, but I'd like him to look the same when he's animate or inanimate. I like this vintage kind of crackled paint look you got on your doors. Fuck that. God damn.
But you know, I just told the company, they said it was sent from an evidence depository.
Sent from an evidence depository. Interesting. So, what does that mean as far as the storyline goes?
Yeah, but we still don't know who sent it. I don't care if it was the Manson family.
At no point did any of the movies end with Chucky in that form to be captured and put into evidence. He got burned, blown up, or dismembered at least 2 of his limbs, and decapitated at the end of the first one. The second one, he got covered in the liquid plastic, and then an air hose was shoved in his mouth, and his head blew up. In the third one, he fell into that huge fan and got chopped into 1,000 pieces. Oh, damn. I couldn't even tell you had a pink bra on until now. Thank you. Anyway, so the third one, he falls in the fan and chopped into 1,000,000 pieces. Bride of Chucky, he's in the stitched together form now. He's like, you know, mutant Rob Zombie Chucky, metal Chucky. And he gets shot and killed in the grave, I believe. Oh, she does know it's a Chucky doll. I guess there were real life dolls from back in the day, so she just assumes it's one of those. Why didn't you throw that thing out as soon as you got it? Anyway, so Bride of Chucky, he died in that fashion, and then Seed of Chucky, the last one, his own son chopped off all of his limbs and his head. So at what point did he get put in an evidence locker looking like that, pristine? God damn, she's getting... when she was talking to the girl in the wheelchair, I was just thinking about how they weren't playing too hard on the sexiness factor. They just kind of had her there, but now she's taking off her clothes. So I would have put my foot in my mouth. And I went ahead and shared the thought anyway, so I basically did. What are you gonna do, Chucky? Could you wait a little longer? Is she a cam girl or something? That'd be dope. Only if she really wants to. I don't want it if she's just got to do it for money. Oh, she's chatting with the mom in her underwear. So the mom and the husband are still together. Okay, I get it. I was piecing it together. I figured it out. Oh, you missed it. You didn't miss it. She saw Chucky walk out. Don't kill her yet, Chucky. She hasn't taken enough off. God damn it, he looks bad. No, why does he look bad? She pieced this information together very quickly. Oh, look at you, Chucky. That was genius. And that would be a killer shot if you just looked better. Not her. The doll. This is a killer shot and she looks fine. It's almost got a little bit of a Denise Richards thing going on. Better click on that photo before the fucking power goes out. The biological That's not Brad Dourif. So they got somebody that kind of looks like him when he was young. Oh, she had a thong on? Come on, Chucky.
Can't live with them. Period.
You couldn't let her get up and walk around the room a little bit more? What a cock block. Son of a bitch. She had a thong on that whole time and she's sitting on her ass. How am I supposed to look at your ass if you're sitting on it? It's a shame. It's a low down dirty shame. See, Chucky not only wants to kill her, but he wants to piss me off at the same time. He's fucking with me and her.
Power's on again. I'm gonna check on Alice.
What about Jill?
She looks like she's could be related to the Charles Lee Ray character. Maybe Charles Lee Ray was there because he's actually her dad, and that's why he drowned the other guy. Maybe. This is all connected somehow.
Who do you think?
Who do you think you are?
You know, don't try to implicate me in your sick fantasies, okay? I've seen the way you look at her. Ian,
Ooh.
I did not simply being with the nanny.
No, of course, you couldn't be that stupid. Knowing if I could prove such a thing, I could easily take it.
She probably didn't hit him up for her monthly fix of sex, and he's like, wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
The footage from the nanny cam.
What nanny? Away from me, do you hear me? I am not going to let you destroy this family because of your sick, paranoid actions.
He claims to have hit a nanny cam in Chucky.
Barb, take care of
Like what, in his butt?
anyway, right? You locked me naked in
He probably didn't even lube it up because he doesn't think Chucky has feelings. I'm surprised Chucky let him live. Shoved a camera up his ass. And it was facing out. He can't even give Chucky any feedback on his colon health.
Okay, maybe they'll have some answers for us. I'm gonna head out there now.
That guy this part could have been a little stronger acted. It's the first time that there's any real glaring acting to me issues. Ooh, that's a screened in patio up there. Give me this place. I like it. I like it a lot. Happy birthday, Dad. I'm in jail. Jail. Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. I'm in jail. Jail. I like it here. It's fun. I like it.
Alice, I don't have time to play games.
I'm leaving larger gaps in between talking than I normally do, but usually when I'm watching a movie I'm not very familiar with, like this, I end up not being too fond of it, and so therefore I don't pay as close of attention. But this one's getting good to me a bit, so I'm trying to manage my spurts of talking with listening to what's going on enough to listen.
Well, I think that I know what's in this. Do you? Why did you tell me? I'm trying to tell you. When did you find out? What does it matter? It matters.
Oh,
My sister's out to get me.
the wheelchair girl
No, you don't understand.
thinks knows that it's Charles and the doll, and they're having a miscommunication here.
You know what, Nika? It isn't my fault.
It's just about time for un cigarro, por favor.
And it isn't my fault that you dropped out of school.
Un torta asada.
You chose to never leave this goddamn house. I mean, what the hell were you waiting for? A sign from God? No, Bart! Put the fucking doll down!
No farts, just put the fucking doll down. Throw him down there. Drop him right on his head. Bust that fucking camera that you think is in there, that I don't think is in there. You guys think there's really a camera in Chucky? Ooh-wee. Lord have mercy. She only wants me for my pimp juice. Not my pimp juice. I'm talking my pimp juice. Think I need to let her loose. I don't know how that just popped into my head. I think I saw the blonde girl's eyeball, and I wanted to do the ooh-wee, and then it just turned into singing Pimp Juice. I'm gonna check out our runtime right quick. See where we're at in that regard. We're at 57:03.
Don't touch me, do you hear me?
There's about 30 minutes left. So If you gotta pee, go or hold it. Same options as normal. Oh, back and neck. My neck, my back. My neck and my back. I want 130,000. You know how much you can get for a fall in the stove? I always debate when I accidentally say my neck and my back in conversation. Am I gonna go with the Friday, my neck, my back, my neck and my back? I want 150,000. Or am I gonna go with my neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack? Because both of them apply pop culture wise. One of them's definitely shorter lived. The Friday one came way earlier and lasted way longer. But if you were around at a certain point in time, certain point, I was the governor of Minnesota. I forgot what I was talking about just now. Come on, Trigonometry Jones. Oh, she's pulling herself up the stairs with her arms. You go. It's a fighter. Can't be denied. Won't be denied. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records, 'cause we get down, baby. We get down, baby. Girls, the girls, they love us. It's just a rat. It's been eating all the money. Fucking rats eating all my money. It's too bad if your legs are useless, you can't just take them off. You don't, do you need them for anything? If you're paralyzed, do you need your legs for any purpose at all? Is it does it make laying down more comfortable or like balance you out? Does it help with your back and your posture to have like a counterbalance? Honest question. Plus, how long has she been in the wheelchair? Because her muscles haven't atrophied at all. One of the more noticeable things about somebody that's been in a wheelchair for an extended period of time is how small their legs and feet are, because they don't need them. They don't use them. And somehow the body knows that, and it just stops sending resources down there. Just closes the dampener and says, we're good. What the fuck just happened? How did he get that on his head? They're using a lot less of the animated Chucky in this. He's inanimate in a lot more scenes. He's gonna... Oh. I've been bitching about how he looked this whole time, and it's supposed to be a prosthetic he put on himself. Ooh. So that's not his daughter, I guess. Or he wouldn't have just stabbed her in the fucking eyeball. But they got me. This whole movie, I've been bitching about how Chucky looked. And the continuity. I haven't been bitching about it the whole movie, but I pointed it out. And they explained it. It was all for a reason, and I'm the fucking asshole. But I'd rather it be that way. They did something good there. I like this movie. I'm still not afraid of Chucky, but they haven't done any dumb shit with him, really. It's all worked. If this was the original Child's Play movie, if this was Child's Play 1, I'm on board. I'm all in. I wouldn't say all in. Maybe 75% in. I gotta keep something for the trip home. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I never left Vegas. And this is the scene that I saw coming earlier. Is that she is paralyzed, and now it's more of a level playing field between her and Chucky. She's much less mobile than him. She's got to drag her legs behind her everywhere. She can't climb stairs very efficiently, go outdoor. Like, it's all, she's immobile for the most part. Even if she gets back in that chair, it's going to be hard for her to completely evade him. When she was doing her little internet search, did she come up with a reason why he would want to kill them? Did he say, "I'm gonna get you"? In like a weird whisper? I think that my speaker's blocking it. We might have gotten to see her butt one more time. I know she's dead now, but not in real life, so it's okay. I'm gonna have to walk out here to put my cigarette out. And I think I'm gonna take a piss while I'm out there, so listen to the movie for a second. Oh, I apologize for that. Party foul, no jammies. Take two. I am back, guys. I'm a little bit regretful of the fact that I had to miss part of the movie. If I'm being honest, that doesn't usually happen. In most cases, I'm familiar enough with the movie to know what's going on while I'm at the door.
Leave her alone. What are you talking about? Just stay away from that doll.
I'm more interested in the acting career of Brad Dourif's daughter now, though. She's doing well. Such a miscarriage of an opportunity to come up with something this good, this deep in the franchise, and have almost nobody see it, and it go straight to DVD. I think this movie made like $2 million bucks. All told, worldwide. No box office. And then Cult of Chucky, the follow-up, wasn't a theatrical release either. And made similar numbers. Okay, Chucky better not drive this car. You're gonna piss me off. Okay. There's no logical way that he can maneuver, that he can engage the brake while working the shifter, hit the gas while steering, He's sitting in the passenger seat. How's the engine revving? What the fuck is happening? How is he revving the engine and looking over the steering wheel at the same time? Stop it. Is he trying to kill her by carbon monoxide poisoning? It's a good idea, but he's not reaching the pedals from there. He didn't turn that. His throat's not big enough to swallow a car key. You guys. You're fucking up right now. Straighten up and fly right. Is she having a heart attack? It's the thing her sister warned her about. What? You want him to inject that under your rib? What if it kills you? I don't want to be responsible for this. Under which rib? All of them? He's just standing there like a stone foot. I fucked that up. I was gonna say, he's standing there like a stone foot rooster in a fuck-thon. Fuck farm. That's... Maybe I'm just out of shit. What happens when I do this? Does anything happen when I do that? Can you tell any difference at all? Is there any change? Yes? No? Maybe so? Hello? What a rush. He's gonna watch. Did he really put the nanny cam on? This is gonna be pretty cool if it's gonna be POV Chucky. If they do it right, this could work. He really did put a camera on Chucky. And Chucky left it on him? He caught her making out with the au pair. He's using it to figure out where his daughter is. She's locked in a closet somewhere. Turn around, dude. You haven't realized what you're looking at yet? You fucking idiot. That was a bit cheeseball. He just gave her a smug look like he fucked up the bathroom and he knows she's got to go in and get ready for work. Then he threw her the cold shh. You're going to go in there and you're going to experience some things that you never wanted in your life. But you're just going to keep your mouth shut and deal with it, okay? We're not going to make a big deal about this. I did some damage. Shit happens. Ugh. He chopped his bottom jaw off. The dude just laid there and let him hit him with an axe. Oh. She lifted up the wheelchair and he hit her in the leg and she's paralyzed, so she didn't feel it. That's a unique twist. Oh, goddamn, she's pulling the axe out of her own knee. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, doggy. What the fuck? She just knocked his head off with one clean swoop of the axe? That's all it took? No way. That was the end? She didn't hit him with the sharp side right in the forehead or something? You gotta be bullshitting me. No, there's still 20 minutes left in the movie. This isn't the end. She is Chucky's daughter, not the other one. But why would he try to kill her? I don't know why he's trying to kill her. I know that he's going to put his own head back on, though. That's some crazy balance to stand up like that. He didn't lean forward or use his hands or nothing. First baby, come out sideways. She ain't scream or nothing. Looks like he put his head on backwards. Oh. Exorcist shit. Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Ooh. Damn. I like that slow motion Matrix shot of her falling down onto the floor. That looks like marble. She'd be dead. Is she dead? The pool of blood is coming out of her leg instead of her head or something. So I think the inference is supposed to be that she's dead, but I don't think she actually is. Just playing possum on him. Okay, she's not dead. That's a lot of blood for a knee.
My friends call me Chuck. No, you are.
Ooh.
Didn't your mother ever mention me? I'm an old friend of the family.
Okay, here we go. They're gonna connect the dots. They tried to get somebody that looks similar to Brad Dourif, especially with sunglasses on.
Over here. I want to introduce you to someone.
I'm gonna sneeze. There's that bright light. Ancestry DNA told me that I'm more likely to sneeze than the average person when exposed to bright light. There's an example. Is that Brad Dourif? With makeup on? The eyes. It is Brad Dourif. What the fuck? It didn't look like him on that picture that she pulled up. So he killed her husband. I thought that. Where are we going here? It's a unique kind of Sin City way of shooting it, where only the sunflowers are in color.
Difficult to find right now. Not exactly in season. Anyway, enjoy. It's getting late. Unusual. Pick up market day.
Oh, this is when he dies. That's what he was wearing when he went out in the original and got killed in the store.
What about family time?
Right now, I'm all I have you to myself.
Sarah, you let me all day.
It isn't enough.
That's a selfish fucking attitude for a mother to take. You don't want to share me with her? What's gonna happen when the baby comes?
I wish I was doing more talking. I'm trying to listen to this.
Because that would be very hurtful to me. And you wouldn't want to see me get hurt, would you? Would you? Wouldn't you?
Bop, do, da, do, wop, do, wop, ba, do, wop, bop, bop, do. Here comes the po-po, better run.
Told him about us. There is no us.
So is he in love with her and she doesn't dig it, or they just have something going on?
Why would you want to destroy this family?
You destroyed my family.
I told you. I've always had a thing for family.
Even got his original knife.
Did this to me.
Oh, he stabbed the mom in the stomach, and that's how she got paralyzed?
You and your mom. She betrayed me. Got me killed. But I knew a way to come back.
I don't mind that they're trying to tie it up in this way. It's just a shame that we had the last abortion of a movie before this. Pleasantly surprised. They're using footage from the original movie.
But believe me, it was worth the wait. 25 years. Since then, a lot of families have come and gone. Barclays, the Kincaid's, the Tillies.
The Tillies.
Your family was always my favorite. And now, you're the last one standing.
No pun intended.
You know, you remind me a lot of Andy Barkley. He was a whiny little bitch just like you.
Wouldn't the little girl remind you more of Andy than this grown woman in a wheelchair?
And the truth is, I killed
So her legs being thick and muscular and her having a nice round ass and all that isn't entirely realistic if she's been in a wheelchair her entire life. But you would have to get somebody who is actually in a wheelchair.
It's very common in males.
Ooh, she's challenging him psychologically. Can dig it. Ooh, she's got a bit of crazy in her.
25 years must be the slowest murder in history.
Ooh, get him. Get him. Talk that shit. Ooh. I am liking it. Other than the couple kind of dumb fuck like the swallowing the key and revving the engine, this has been very good. Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear. I didn't say MF one motherfucking time. I said you want to play, motherfucker? Let's play. It's the standoff. What you gonna do when he comes for you? Good guys, good guys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Good guys, good guys. That knife is longer than his body is thick. She'd have stabbed herself in the leg if she went that deep. What? Is it snowing? What the fuck is going on? Oh, okay. What? Was that supposed to be stuffing from the doll? It looked like it was snowing in her house. The way the lights are hitting those raindrops and it's psychedelic as a motherfucker. Dudley Do-Right on the case. Where did Chucky go? Looked like they were going to have a final face-off right there. Is she going to talk and tell the cop what's going on, or... Oh, this looks like her. It looks like she did all this. They gonna make her the new Andy? Is she gonna go to jail for this shit? That'd be an interesting plot twist.
Based on the evidence, the defendant is declared legally incompetent and remanded indefinitely to a facility for the criminally insane.
Oh, fuck. She got put in the loony bin indefinitely. Cop's looking at her like he has a crush on her. Oh, he does. Right? Was he at the door talking to her? I can't fucking remember. No, she's crazy. She's the new Andy. She really is the new Andy. patience on Charles Lee Ray. This cop looks too similar to the one who sells the doll to Jennifer Tilly in Bride of Chucky. This looks almost exactly like that scene.
Hey, it's me. I'm on my way. Don't forget my money.
No.
They never learn. So, who's next?
So she's still alive and they're working in tandem? You just fucking ruined this movie.
3-day, 2-day, or overnight?
Overnight is extremely urgent.
Fragile?
Surprisingly not.
Approximate value?
Well, my mother always used to say, you can't put a price on love.
Under 250 then. Would you like to ensure that
They really...
That won't be necessary.
They really went down this road at the end? No. Did you think that was going to be a great twist? Because you just fucking ruined this movie.
live animal?
Just put other.
Good God. For a second there, I thought they were going to try to slap this in the middle of the timeline between 3 and Bride of Chucky. But she's the one who stitched him together. So he wouldn't have... That doesn't make sense. So they're kind of ignoring the last one? Because the kids aren't around and they're not doing any of that shit. So now he mailed himself to the little girl.
Chucky, you found me.
I told you I would.
Where's Grandma?
In the cellar.
What's she doing down there?
Nothing.
Chucky, Mommy and Daddy are dead.
Yes, they are.
Killed them.
I'm your friend to the end, Alice. And now, it's time to play.
His hair is fucked up.
Hide the soul.
The continuity's still not quite there with how he looks in this compared to how he used to look in Seed of Chucky and Bride of Chucky. He had stapled hair and exposed metal on his forehead, but it's pretty close.
Close your eyes.
It's a little more tasteful, a little updated, I suppose.
Give me the power, I beg of you. Never mercy.
He's gonna take over a little girl's body? He wants to be a girl? The spell's back to being long again. When his son had to do it in the last movie, it was 2 fucking words and you didn't have to even know what you were doing. Took no skill. Very curious to know why he would want to take over the body of a little girl, though. Unless he's some kind of weird pervert, because to my knowledge, he's a straight man. What the fuck was that? Somebody with a bag on their head just jumped up? They saved Jennifer Tilly in the credits until the very end so that you wouldn't know that the surprise was coming. I respect that, but it was a fucking dumb surprise. I really wish they hadn't done that. And all the hope that I had built up for where they were going to try to go with the next movie just got dashed by the fact that that now I'm just expecting her to be in the next one. And I'm not too happy about that. Nothing against Jennifer Tilly, but it cheapens the Chucky franchise. These stupid twists and turns in the storyline and that meta bullshit in the last one. God damn it, why did they do that? Well, I guess some people never learn, like she said. So that is going to culminate the commentary on Bride of Chucky, or sorry, fucking Curse of Chucky. I appreciate you guys listening. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Until the next time, this is Devin signing off and saying, be easy.